Hello everybody and welcome back to today's video. Today we are checking out the WildCraft network. Thank you to the owner or whoever else invited me onto the server to review it. Very appreciated. If you are new here, this is a series where we go on different Minecraft servers reviewing what we think we can improve on them or what the owner can improve on them and our feedback overall. So thank you to everybody who kept suggesting servers. We have a very long list of servers. If you're interested in getting a review, head on to Discord, link in the description, and it will type server review. The bot will explain everything. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So the first thing I noticed right off the bat, which I notice on a lot of different servers, but it's the same thing I say every single time, your join messages are too much. So you have your default essential join messages, you got a custom join message, you got a protected join message, you have to register, it asks you to vote, it tells you the server rating out of stars. I don't see a point to that at all. I would highly recommend removing that. It then asks you to register again. You successfully register, then it will say login, then it invites you and says you joined the server, then it gives you updates, discussions, and then says your PvP is enabled while you're in hub. That type of thing should be cut down to 1 or 2 messages maximum. You should not overwhelm your players when joining. Hypixel and Mineplex also give options to toggle those off. And that is a great idea, because you shouldn't have to keep them all the way on all the time. You should be able to toggle messages off whenever you feel like it, and that's a very, very good idea. Another thing I noticed is when I join in, I'm kind of in this little area here. Christmas, I did not mean to do that. Can I go back to lobby, please? Yes. Okay, so that should not fall through the floor either, and I'll go over a few more things about world teleportation in a minute. But this is so colorful, and it doesn't fit in with your background at all. You should probably make the title of your server bold. You should probably also match the colors to your scoreboard, depending on what you're talking about. And yeah, so I would highly recommend looking into this, and I would also switch this Discord invite code to being a link, like wildcraftnetwork.com/discord or whatever your domain name is. Go with that. Another thing I recommend for your scoreboard is to shorten it up. Get rid of the whole URL at the bottom. You don't really need the username here. You could put this as rank. Shorten the scoreboard up, because if I was in a different GUI scale, that scoreboard would take up the whole thing. Let's just look around your spawn a little bit. It looks like you have a jail over here. Griefer Jail, operated by the admins and mods. Things about jails. Unless you're running like a factions, and I'm not exactly sure what this server is about, because I haven't actually gotten in there and to check yet. Unless it's like a admin, like factions or something, there's no really need for a jail. You could just ban the players outright. And that's what I actually prefer to do 99% of the time, is ban players outright, especially if they are hacking or something, because any jail like that could probably be glitched through quite easily, and there's really no point to let them roam around at all. Another thing I noticed is you have the server welcomer walking around. I don't know if this does something if I click this person. Nope. So what I would recommend is remove them. Remove anything really not needed in terms of walking around or things like that. I would highly recommend making interactable things around your spawn 100%. But things like this aren't really needed. You don't really... Event bulletins could probably be in blocks or like books or something. You have Jeb over here. I appreciate the sentiment. Not really needed in the hub though. Maybe put this in like a hanging off of like a one of those interesting like... I don't know what they're called. Leather hook things. Clearly I haven't played in a while. Lead. That's what it was. I'm an idiot. Alright, so let's check out your things. You got PvP, Survival, Skyblock, Skyrid, Factions, and Bed Wars. Here's something I'm gonna say. Your player base is 1 out of 50. You should not be having this many game modes. You should have 1 or 2 maximum, especially on new servers. So, I don't know how long your server's been around, but servers should not have more than 1 to 2 game modes unless you have the players to fill them, depending on what they are. Obviously, you can have more if you have more players, or if you have a interesting number of like game modes that are like unique compared to things. But things like Creative, Cube World, PvP, things like those are all common game modes. I don't know about Cube World. I've never heard of that, but we'll go check it out anyway. But other games like these are very common, and I highly recommend keeping to 1 or 2 unique game modes. Also in chat, all your text is going past your lines, and you're missing a space here, so just check your formatting. I think that would work out well as well. Sorry, I got interrupted by a website release. Anyway, let's get back. New game mode will be here soon. Hardcore Survival has been moved to the Survival port. Alright, so we're just going to start and kind of rush through these. You have extra spaces in your things there. In terms of your hub, You got BuyCraft stores over here. I'll look around a little bit more before we go into game modes. MVP, so this is like people who bought stuff. Alright, that's pretty cool. Walker Nation, nice job with this. Great job for promoting peace and unity and stuff. That's really cool. You got reserve the spot on the forums. I'm going so this is like a little town. Very nice. Anyway, let's get into your game modes, because I do have limited time on this video, and obviously I want to try to get us through as many as possible. So, let's go into creative. Okay. Not going to creative. So I'm guessing creative is broken. I highly recommend adding a status messenger underneath each one of these to say if the server is online or not. You also, I'm guessing it's, yes. Okay, so clearly this is a single world server or multi-world server rather than bungee cord. I highly recommend doing bungee cord. Using multiple game modes on one server will cause problems, especially if you have so many plugins on your server. And obviously you probably have a lot of plugins. Yes, so clearly there is significant plugins on the server, so I highly recommend looking into maybe limiting the amount of plugins you use. Setting up bungee cord, doing stuff like that would be a great idea. So just by the guess, I'm going to assume none of these... Okay, that one worked. So the PvP worked. Click to view your stats. Click to view stats. Okay, so that's just your, like, overall stats. So, welcome to PvP. Jump down in combat. Make sure your spelling is correct by punctuation and stuff, actually, and capitalization. Nice map down there. What I would do is automatically select a kit if you jump down and it doesn't select one automatically. I highly recommend doing that. You got tab list is pretty well organized and stuff. Your scoreboard did go away. I would create a custom scoreboard for this area here. I'm guessing if I do /hub, I just select the world where I'm going, and yes, okay, so it's per world plugins, I'm guessing. Creative is over here, so I'm guessing, yeah, so this is for sure per world plugins or something you're using here. I would highly recommend allowing super fast world, whatever, world edit, and allowing drop blocks over different plots, because that would be a great idea, because I can like tab blocks, but I can't actually like drop them, so I would recommend doing that. I'm just going to go through some of your game modes quite quickly. Hardcore survival. You got crates. Once again, do not bounce players back with crates. You can abuse this and get places, like I just jumped up here. If you had like special areas over something, I would highly recommend looking into that. You also have the default world guard message saying, hey, you can't do this. You can disable that with a region flag. I know someone in the comments will probably comment what region flag it is if you've made it to this point in the video. I'm also getting a lot of lag back. I don't know exactly what that is or what is causing that, but I would look into that. Cube World. Don't know what this is. Welcome to Cube World. Eastgate Cube World something. Okay, I'm really having some problems with moving around on your server. I'm guessing this is like overall like just a cube. Yeah, so everybody gets a cube and stuff. Obviously, I'm having some problems moving it around, and my guess is it's kind of something to do with the plugins being interrupting each other and stuff. Let's see here. So these are just bedward game modes. So you select the level. Okay. Yes, so you just select the thing. Obviously, there's no one else here, so I would assume that's not working. I have to... /hub should automatically leave you from the game as well. We'll look into that. Got Skyblock. I'm gonna have to sit over here because clearly I can't move around. Level 1, so you got food over there. I would just make it /food personally. Okay, game. Come on, game. /is, maybe it will teleport me and I'll be saved. You got a default island here. I believe I've seen this type of design of island before, so what I would recommend doing is making sure all your islands and everything are completely customizable. Like, you make them very unique for your server is what I mean. So I would really look into that as well. Let's just quickly go over to, you got old lobby Sky Grid, so I'm guessing this is like, yeah, so that's Sky Grid. I can walk around fine here. It's only some of the worlds that I get that glitch, so I would recommend looking into that. And my Minecraft's crashed. Interesting. Alright, so I've logged back in, and my main thing to say is for sure to make everything really set up more unique than what you have here. Because clearly, you have a server set up, you have multi-worlds and stuff, but things are completely conflicting and stuff, and personally, if I'm being glitched back and my stuff is going like that, it's not going to be that playable for me as a player. So that's my main thing. I would rework bungee cord, make it into separate servers and stuff, so you use bungee cord networks and stuff, and we have tutorials on that on the channel as well, so you should go watch some of those. But overall, cool server. Hopefully you have success with it. Watch our how to get players on your Minecraft server video, because that may help get you a player base. And obviously, player bases are needed to just completely build a server. So make sure you look into that and look into how to get players and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Noodles. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.